Friday morning. I've got multiple lives today. I'm gonna try to go live on Instagram if they let me. They let me go live on Instagram yesterday. That's the MFing COO, by the way. Also, while they still let me have that venue, they'll delete me sooner or later. They're already doing the whole thing where they're going to do the fact check thing for something that's completely 100% true, and then they don't allow you to check back on the fact check and all that fun stuff. But today, for this one, the first live of the day, we're going to talk about April Lauren, and I'm going to give my honest advice on her new plan for losing weight, because she is in the tradition of Amber Lynn Reed. She is program hopping to another thing. It's crazy. But also, we are going to then go live with the boys and talk about 1 o'clock, and we're going to talk about just the week that we had. So we will see how that goes also. I'm going to say hi to everybody real quick, and then we will get to talking about Miss April Lauren's new weight loss or / gain plan, because, I mean, I've given her my advice multiple times, and this goes out to her audience and her, I want the best for this woman. I wish she would stop giving all of her audience advice, because she clearly should not be giving advice. Clearly, she should not be giving advice. But anyway, Jethfer Silva, what's happening? I have no idea what time Aiden. Anyway, Chris, how you doing? Listen to what ordered another Alkemi Nomo last night. Outstanding. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Zazuna, how are you doing? Hey, Alan, ordered 2 bottles of Alkemi since 50% off promo code still worked. Got a half bottle of nutrient driver to finish, but very excited to use Alkemi. That is awesome, Angel. Thank you very much. I am blown away with how well it's been received, and the fact that we were able to get some extra stock in. So I'm super happy about that. And the plans are kind of to for Ambrosia. It seems like the moving plan for going forward is that we are going to be bundling, doing a bunch of bundles. There is the Holy Trinity weight loss bundle. I actually shared the link for it, which is Ambrosia. It's from Ambrosia. It's Nomorbidity, Ember, and Alkemi. I this morning took a half dose of Ember not too long ago, and I'm going to take another half dose right before my workout, which I'm going to work out right after I talk to you guys. Before my other live, and then with my second half, I'm going to take my first dose of Alkemi, and then before my evening meal, I'll take Nomorbidity and Alkemi. So I'm switching that up a little bit. I used to take Nomorbidity in the morning, but now I'm going to take it at night to help calm me down from the stimulants from Ember. And I am ready to get a little leaner even than I am already, because I've got this event coming up in October that I don't want to look like the small white fat guy compared to all these super lean guys. And I'm just joking. I know I'm not fat or anything like that. Not anymore. But anyway, but here it is, by the way. Boom. Here is the Alkemi. That's where you can get Alkemi. That's where you can get Nomorbidity. And that's where you can get the Holy Trinity bundle. You can get Nomorbidity also at tigerfitness.com. We're gonna have Alkemi at tigerfitness.com here before too long. You can get it at Vitamin Shop. We're also going to have Alkemi at Vitamin Shop before too long, and we are going to have. And you also can get it on Amazon. You can get Nomorbidity, and we'll probably have Alkemi on there. That'll probably take a little bit, because Amazon fucking hates me. But Cookies, how are you doing? Janet, what's going on? Shy Franklinstein, what's going on? Angel, how are you? Just got to the gym, going to do treadmill while during the podcast. Thank you very much. It's good. Cactus Patch, how are you? Mango, what's going on? Kelly K, what's going on? Kat in Philly, how are you? Emma, walked 4 miles, 1 more to go. Not overweight anymore. 15 pandemic pounds off. This channel motivating. Boom, Emma, that is awesome. Everybody congratulate Emma. You are on Alkemi. Tell me, is it not amazing how, I'm sorry, I just can't believe that it works so immediately. It blunts it so much. It's just amazing. When can we order Alkemi from Tiger Fitness? Can't wait. I'll be checking with Mark today. I already sent him a message. He's doing Mark stuff. Mark is the busiest human being I've ever fucking seen in my life. But he's checking on for me. Kelly's getting her Ambrosia today, or her Alkemi today. That's awesome. Ambrosia already shipped my stuff. They're so great. It's amazing, right? finally got your Alkemi as well, please do start and let me know how it's going for you. Will Alkemi do anything to help people who already have normal blood sugar levels? It's not just about the blood sugar levels. It does blunt the glycemic response of food, which my blood sugar levels have already been normal. Like I don't really. I was staying away from processed carbohydrates to begin with, and I don't even eat that many carbohydrates. But when I do eat carbohydrates now, I don't get that hunger spike that I used to get because it helps blunt the glycemic response of food. It's amazing. Like you know how you would eat like rice and then like an hour later, like wow, I could really go for some more food. Nope, that doesn't happen. Now, I don't suggest that you start like use it as a way to start eating a whole bunch of stuff. That's like taking insulin while you're diabetic. I just don't really think that. I think you should use this as a way to curb your carb cravings and curb your sugar cravings. But it also is an amazing performance supplement. When I'm on it, I perform so much better for my workouts because your body is utilizing as many. Your body is utilizing all the nutrients of the food because it is like it helps deliver nutrients to your cells. It's just an amazing supplement. It helps lower blood pressure, helps lower triglycerides. It's a health supplement. And that's what we're really proud of with it, you know? But that is, by the way, that is a great question. I'm hoping I can meet you here and your team in LA. My team is me and Crystal and our son. And just, I'm super appreciative of the Ambrosia Collective. But the Ambrosia Collective is Mark, Sean, and Mike. They have partnered with Crystal and I for these products, and I'm super happy to push the rest of their products because I think they're amazing. I really do. I'm with them for it, but like our team, my team is me, Crystal, and I mean, don't get me wrong, Mark is my best friend besides Crystal and my son, but you know, and he's our business we're business partners, but the team is the Ambrosia Collective. They're amazing people. Love them. Love those motherfuckers. And Alan, you look like a superhero. I'm small right now. Like, I mean, like not small, but like compared to what I used to be, this is tiny. So I had somebody tell me the other day, they're like, I couldn't decide if, and I mean, I'm sure they were just trying to stroke my ego. But they're like, I couldn't tell if you looked like The Rock or this person or that person or Vin Diesel, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not even I'm not even big enough to be The Rock's mini-me, even though he's a fuckhead. But anyway. Meg, how you doing? Johnny Taylor, what's happening? Casey, this live is getting me through the next 1.5 curve walk, 39 weeks pregnant tomorrow and still getting at it. That is awesome. And congratulations on the baby. And I don't know why I say baby, like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers every time I say baby, but it's just something I do. Same way when you eat carbs. I know this helps so much. I already put in an order for Alkemi. Jennifer Lewis, thank you very much. I can't wait for it to arrive. I can't wait. Thank you very much. I just eat high protein. Me too. Hey, Alan, are you not live streaming on Rumble? I'm not going to live stream on Rumble for a little bit until they figure some stuff out. It is like a 10-step process to be able to link StreamYard to that. This automatically updates to Rumble, but I might start back up with that here this next week. We've just been extremely busy. Anyway. Queen CB just got on my kickboxing class. I can't wait to order. My Alkemi, Ember, and Nomo soon. Order it. I'm telling you, order the Holy Trinity package, the Holy Trinity bundle. It's a massive reduction. I mean, the three of them together would be about $130, and it's $110 when you order it. So that's a huge savings. I ran out of berberine at the beginning of the week, so I'm looking forward to getting Alkemi today. Annie, that's awesome. Let me know how it goes. No need to be sorry. No need to be sorry at all. We are our own worst critics. You look great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Broke my plateau scale going down again. Maddie, that is outstanding to fucking hear. Outstanding to fucking hear. Congratulations. Make sure you're doing it healthy and sustainable. That's all I got to say. I made an order for Alkemi and Nomo. Can't wait for it to arrive. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Hey, Alan and everyone. More April Lynn delusions and foolishness. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Miss April Lynn. And I say April Lynn, because she reminds me she gives me Amber Lynn Reed vibes, like so fucking much. But I will say this, she's actually more dangerous for her audience than Amber Lynn. Everybody in Amber Lynn's audience knows she's kind of a fucking joke. This woman, and I didn't watch the whole video that we're about to watch, but one of my biggest issues with April Lynn is that she puts herself in a place of giving advice when she's clearly, like, her life is clearly a dumpster fire when it comes to her health. And I just think that's fucked up. I really do. I really do. So, How do you use Ember with Nomo and Alkemi? Is it too much? I don't think it's too much, but I will tell you this: you got to be careful with Ember because it's a stimulant and thermogenic. Okay, so basically what I did is I took a half tablet of this a little bit ago, along with one of these. This is my Immortal pack, and I also took Golden for inflammation and stuff like that. I don't expect you to take all the supplements I take because, in full disclosure, I do get these supplements for free. Not for free; they're part of the fucking collective. I'm not. They're not my team, but we are partnered with them, so it's part of the deal. All right, awesome. And then here, when I'm done talking to you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first 2 tablets of Alkemi, and then I'm going to take the second half of Ember, and that's going to be right before my workout. So my workout is going to be, very intense because Ember definitely gives me some fucking serious energy. I feel like I'm like right now. And I haven't been taking coffee, and I'm not going to take Ember like indefinitely like I am taking Alkemi and Nomorbidity. I am going to use it sparingly. Some days I might only take a half tablet, but it does have an amazing effect, amazing thermogenic effect. Like I feel a little warm right now, but it also has amazing appetite control because it has a different mechanism than both Alkemi and Nomorbidity because it has African mango, which is amazing. But I don't think it's too much. It just depends on how well you take stimulants. I would not suggest that you still drink coffee or take pre-workout when you take Ember. Like if you take a pre-workout or if you drink energy drinks, I would not suggest you do that when you take this. So Harry Chion, down to 252 from 410, losing 1% on the scale every week just by using Nomo and proper hydration. I'm still fat as fuck, but you saved my life. Thank you. Harry, first of all, everybody congratulate Harry. Secondly, Harry, you saved your own motherfucking life, but thank you for involving me in the process. Thank you for giving me in any way, any type of mention. You just listened to some fucking words that I had to say and trusted that the supplement that we were putting out was quality, and it is. Nomorbidity is by far the best appetite suppressant supplement ever. It is a genius supplement because it helps with stress relief, and stress causes cortisol to rise up, which causes basal metabolic rate to go down. So it helps with stress relief. It helps block the biological mechanism of hunger. So you just don't get as hungry and you get full much easier. But it also helps you lose body fat more predominantly than lose lean mass due to Thinogen and uncoupling the protein 1 NAs from adipose tissue. Just absolutely amazing. But thank you very much. And everybody congratulate Harry. That is a humongous fucking achievement. You should be super fucking proud of yourself. Keep checking in, Harry. Thank you for the tip, but keep checking in. You're fucking awesome. Love it, dude. Love it. Tigger, that's amazing, Harry. And that's absolutely. Alexander Rodriguez and April are cut from the same cloth. I do believe they are. Ranger Rhea, how you doing? Tattooed Rockstar, is there a crash? Is there an Ember crash? I don't really notice an Ember crash, but that's going to be different for everybody, I'd imagine. Awesome. I want to see her. She fell asleep real quick, so if she wakes up, I'll show her to you guys. Alan, what's your advice on cardio for obese clients with a non-active lifestyle and not much free time for long walks? I mean, make the fucking time. If they're not active, what are they doing? I mean, even if it's a matter of business, have them be I would have them be on their feet more often. Jeff McCool, the lead singer of Moccasin Creek, stayed with Crystal and I for a couple of weeks, and he was like 400 pounds at the time. So walking was tough. He still worked out. That motherfucker's game as fuck. But we basically had him stand up. He set his watch to stand up for 15 minutes every hour. So he had to stay standing for 15 minutes every hour just to burn a little bit more ambient calories. It's not really it's for very, very, very obese people, get in the pool, do whatever. But if you're saying I don't have, is all of their time consumed with work and sitting? Do they watch TV? Scrap that shit and go for a fucking walk. Do they fucking do social media? Scrap that shit and go for a walk. I mean, we got to be realistic with them, Chad, how you doing today? What is thermogenic? Thermogenesis is when your body temperature increases. See, Ember has an ingredient called capsamax in it, which is a patented form of capsaicin extract. It's a patented capsaicin extract, and it helps raise your internal body temperature just a little bit, just a tiny bit. It doesn't it's not too much, but it's a tiny bit. One of the reasons why I didn't want to use it over the summer is because it's fucking hot as fuck here, and I was already getting hot enough. So Now it's starting to cool off. It's only going to be like 90 today. So I'm going to use it a little bit more. But thermogenesis is when your body burns calories through your body temperature. No crash on Ember, but if you drink coffee, maybe start with half tablet a day. I would completely agree. Everybody congratulating Harry, which is awesome. Alan has been spitting facts for years now. Thank you very much. I really, really, really appreciate it. Let's see. I feel like April is more self-aware than Alexandra Rodriguez. April realizes obesity isn't healthy. She just needs to act on it. Alex is delusional. I agree with that. I would agree with that. Alex is delusional. I watched an episode of her fat dating show. It's like patheticness on parade. Holy shit, you know? I've been using Ember for over a year now. Half 30 minutes before, no crash. Outstanding. Hey, dude. Hope you're okay. Was in a car accident last week and wondered if you had any tips for exercising with lower back injury. I do not, man, but I'm super happy you're okay. If anything, talk to your physical therapist. If you have one, talk to your doctor to see if it's okay to get into the pool. That way it's not load bearing. That would be my only suggestion, but my suggestion comes with talk to your doctor first, because I'm not a physical therapist and I am not a doctor and I am not your doctor. Even though I don't trust the fuck out of doctors, I can't see your x-rays. Here's the thing. I don't trust the healthcare industry to keep you healthy. In matters of acute care where there's some sort of acute injury or something like that, like a broken limb, something like that, of course, I'm not going to like try to take some supplements to heal a broken arm. I'm going to have it reset and then fucking cast it and shit like that. But when it comes to my metabolic health and shit like that, doctors don't know what the fuck they're talking about most of the time. They really fucking don't. And when they do, it's not shit that they learned in medical school, you know? But talk to your doctor first, but try maybe get into the pool. I'm addicted to Canada Dry Ginger Ale, one of my favorite sodas, and need to cut it out. I would, especially if it's the full sugar version, I would definitely think you need to cut it out. And I hope you can. Alkemi should help you with that, by the way. By the way, here's the links to that. Boom. Yeah, she has a fat dating show. It's crazy. They don't want to be treated like sideshow freaks, but then parade themselves around like sideshow freaks. That's pretty much it. I have been in a deficit for 8 months, and I'm halfway to my goal of 180 from 306. Boom! Everybody thank Joy out fucking standing. God damn, that's a great job. Some of the fitness guys at work are saying I should do a maintenance period at some point and then continue. Thoughts? My thoughts are they're stupid as fuck. You should be eating the calories right now that are going to be your maintenance calories when you're done. Right? That's what you should be eating right now. I mean, you've lost a lot of weight in 8 months. If you stay on the same calories, what will happen is like you lose a bunch of which way am I going to go? You lose a bunch of weight quickly. The graph comes down like this. Comes down like this and then kind of eases out. Okay. So stay in the same caloric load you have. It will actually become less and less and less of a deficit, and you'll reach homeostasis. So as your body gets smaller, unless you add a ton more activity, your total daily energy expenditure will go down because your body goes down. Therefore, your basal metabolic rate goes down, and the energy adjustment for it when you're burning calories goes down too. So I would just stay with where you're at. Anybody that tells you you need a maintenance weight, why? You should be setting the habits you're going to use right now to stay at the weight you want to be at when you're done. You know, I mean, you absolutely should. I mean, so you're basically halfway to your goal of 180 from 306. So that's 120 pounds. You're 60 pounds down now. I mean, you're probably going to start slowing down anyway when you get to like 80 to 100 pounds down, and it will happen much, 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 much slower. That's more of a maintenance phase. And then I would try to focus on your hydration, your sleep, your stress sleep. But Joy, if you're looking for help, by the way, we are taking clients. Our Labor Day specials are right here. Let me get them for you. Whoops. Here are our Labor Day specials, our month-to-month, our 3-month coaching, and our 6-month coaching. We can help hold you accountable, teach you healthy lifestyle skills, help you develop the habits you will need once you are done with the weight loss to keep the weight off forever. And since you're only halfway through your weight loss goal and the holidays are coming up, we can really help you there too. Gluttony season is upon us, people. It is Labor Day on Monday. Labor Day is the start of gluttony season. There's all sorts of fall parties, all sorts of picnics, all of that shit. Plus the holidays are coming and they're all sugar filled. We can help you. We can help you maintain and or lose weight, build healthy habits during the holiday season while still enjoying the holidays, still being able to enjoy Halloween, still be able to enjoy Thanksgiving and Christmas and all those fun things while still not wrecking your progress and causing you to break good habits and develop bad habits or go back to bad habits. We can help you. Let's see. I just found out my spinal cord stimulator leads are pulled out of the battery source. I'm having it removed. It was a $100,000 insurance grab. That is fucking crazy. I'm so sorry to hear that. Jesus. That's fucking crazy. Let's see here. All right, guys. Whoop, one more. It's amazing how simple but effective is your tip for not eating anything sweet until nighttime. I am now 140 pounds, basically contest lean. Thank you. You're very welcome. And it's just like, to me, it's just kind of common sense. Like, take the foods that are going to have the most glycemic response and eat them later on when the glycemic response will be happening while you're sleeping. I mean, if you eat something sugary or sweet first thing in the day, it's going to cause you to eat more all day long. Most people are going to have some sort of glycemic response with their food, and they're going to want to eat more. They're going to be hungrier all day long. And hunger, being in a state of hunger, is the demon. It is the actual little motherfucker that sits on your shoulder that has little fucking pointy horns and shit like that tells you to keep eating. If you can manage to make sure that motherfucker gets knocked off, then you can control your hunger. Therefore, you can control your food. You help control your stress after that, and it's even better. Is it helpful if I go on a soup diet? No. That's fucking no. Unless you plan on eating the soup diet the rest of your fucking life, it's not helpful. You sound stupid. I'm sorry. Like, why would you eat only soup? That's fucking crazy. People fall for anything. By the way, here's the month-to-month coaching, and our 3-month coaching, and our 6-month coaching. And for anybody that's upset that I just called that guy stupid, the soup diet. If you go on something called a soup diet, you have not done nearly enough fucking research. Holy shit. I agree. I think April is fully aware that being obese is not healthy or helping with her relationship with her husband. However, she's in denial of that. I completely agree with that. So let's get to this. Lots of people ask questions afterwards. How long does it usually take to reverse insulin resistance? That would be a person-by-person thing. I really would think it would be a person-by-person thing. You know, because it's not a matter like you have to basically retrain the cells of your body to actually not reject the insulin. You know, and due to your motivation and health tips, down 33 pounds, 33 pounds to a more healthy 179. Lost a lot of visceral fat and getting lean. Looks and feels much better. Thank you, Alan, for your efforts. Kevin, thank you very motherfucking much. We appreciate it. Great goddamn job. Everybody fucking congratulate Kevin. All right. Here we go. I am going to pull that down. Present. Screen. Window. Whoop. Here we go. Look at the face. So she just kind of sits and talks during this. So I'm going to make it so I'm the larger, because there's nothing intricate that we need to see. Boom. We can take a look at this. We are going to play her at 1.5 speed because I don't want to have to yank my eyeballs out. And here we go.
People, welcome back to my channel Wake Up Bright, where I share all the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I am April Lauren, and I have been sharing my weight loss journey here on YouTube for the last few years. And man, it's been a struggle, but I'm still on that journey to lose 200 pounds. And we're going to dive into the weight I've gained and the doctor's appointment that I had, and just talk a little bit more about weight loss in general.
So my first of all, just to cover this all. My deepest condolences to her having issues with this. My super deepest condolences to her having the exact issues with regaining weight that I told her she was going to have. It's almost like I do this for a fucking living, right? One more time, since I make videos on you, and it has been pointed out by your audience and other people, and I've even offered this before, since my videos are monetized for you, of the videos I make of you, April, I will sign a non-disclosure agreement. I will coach you for free for 3 months and help you build healthier habits and get your ass in the right direction. I will never bring it up unless you bring it up. I would have signed an agreement. So I would absolutely do this. I don't understand. Like, I get it. Like, I get it that you don't like my delivery, that other people, her audience doesn't like my delivery, but I've been right. But I've been right every single way. Maybe the super ultra fake positivity and the only being coddled, maybe that's why you're not losing weight and keeping it off. Maybe you need somebody to tell you the truth about the reality that exists around you. Because I am a firm believer that the reason why what I say works is because I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. When you can ask any of my clients who are in the chat, I don't scream and yell at people. I get upset when people are in denial of their station or they give horrible advice to people. Like, if you're in denial that obesity is bad for you, I got nothing for you. You sound stupid as fuck. I'm going to give it to you both barrels because that's the only way I know how to fucking shoot. But holy shit. Like, I mean, if you are trying, I am your biggest fucking advocate. Let's celebrate every fucking victory. Let's do this shit. But if you are just going to be in denial and then even worse, like give advice to a fucking audience that looks up to you, why, I don't know why. They have the IQ of fucking crayon eaters. But if you are going to give advice, I'm going to give it to you both barrels reloaded because that's just horrible. But I could help you. I could help you, and I would help you for free. But anyway, let's go. I just want to get that out of the way.
If you want to keep watching, then keep watching.
Oh God. No.
And I still do not have a full understanding.
Here we go.
This doctor's appointment was a different type of doctor's appointment. And I still do not have a full understanding of what's going on. And I think that is intentional on the part of the practitioner. And
okay, so you left your doctor's office without a full understanding of what's going on. That's actually malpractice. When did we as a society start trusting these people so much that they don't need to explain stuff to you to the point where you understand it and you're just going to trust them? That's stupid. For our coaching, by the way, one more time, for our coaching, we try to make sure we explain every possible aspect of why we suggest stuff, because it is important for the person who is developing a healthier lifestyle to understand the why we suggest things. So therefore, when in the future, when they have lost all the weight and their life changes a little bit and they need to make some lifestyle adjustments, they understand the why we did this, and then they can help themselves, hopefully not having to come back to coaching. Not that we wouldn't welcome anybody back to coaching, because we welcome all people to come back to coaching. But our job as coaches are to teach people the why, so then they know why we do and say stuff, and they know why it works or doesn't work, and therefore they can make adjustments on their own later on. So your first mistake here is to leave the doctor's office without fully understanding why. That's your first mistake.
it caught me off guard a little bit because the appointment is actually in behavioral health, which makes sense. So before I get there, let's back up. I went to a visit to my primary care doctor a while back, and then I went to a nutrition course here at Tripler. You have to do that before meeting with the dietitian. So then I met with the dietitian, and I think I talked a little bit about that before, and we will circle back to my meeting with the dietitian. But I think for me at this time, I need more structure. And when I expressed that, I learned about the LEAN program, and the LEAN program is a program developed by the doctor I'm meeting with.
Shocking. She needs more structure. No shit. Structure meaning habits, everybody does. So that's positive. The doctor came up with the LEAN program. That's outstanding. Let's hear what the doctor has to say.
To help people lose weight and keep it off by making lifestyle changes. I met with the doctor.
Oh my God, somebody's suggesting lifestyle changes to you instead of just diets. Who the fuck would that be? What a novel fucking idea. Congratulations, though. I'm very happy to hear that you're listening to this now. Jesus.
Doctor, and he talked about how this program came to be, and it was really interesting hearing him talk. And then he started talking about the lifestyle changes and the importance of making overall lifestyle changes. He moved on to exercise. And exercise, it was an interesting chat about exercise. By chat, it really wasn't. It was more him talking and I was listening. So it wasn't really a chat.
What a novel idea for you.
But he did ask me at one point, he put up on the board, he was like, he was quoting a study. I don't remember what study, but he said that in this study, there were actually 5 groups tested. He focused on 3. So 2 of the 5 it had no bearing on weight loss whatsoever. One of those was like read a book every day. But the other one was 40 minutes of exercise.
Reading a book every day can have a bearing on weight loss. If you find an activity that you do that helps your mind distract yourself from food and or helps relax you, it can lower your cortisol levels. It can distract you from being hungry. It can, everything you fucking do when you're fat as fuck like April has an effect on your weight gain and weight loss. Everything you do. Your doctor, like it's,
every day versus 20 minutes 2 times a day versus 10 minutes 4 times a day. And he asked me, well, what group did I think would be most successful and why? And I thought about it for a second. I'm like, I feel like the 20 minutes 2 times a day, because 4 times a day is a lot. It's a lot to fit that in. And then you start missing. And I feel like everything weight loss related, once you miss something, it's like you just shame spiral. That's how.
So if you miss anything weight loss related, you shame spiral. That's not everybody, but that is very, very, very consistent. I think that that's one of the most, I don't know, like self-actualized things she's fucking said in a while. Because I agree with that. Oftentimes it's like how when people overeat, they'll eat something that they think they shouldn't have eaten. And they'll be so stressed about eating that thing that they shouldn't have eaten that they then binge because they trigger a binge, you know? That's very self-actualized. Good job, April.
Oh, I am. And I feel like that's how most people are. So I knew it wasn't that one. And then 40 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day is a lot. He talked specifically about someone from the study who explained that for
45 minutes a day is a lot. You used to claim you worked out for like 2.5 hours a day. I mean, okay, whatever. So, I mean, again, maybe you were lying because you do lie.
Her, it wasn't just the 45 minutes. It was, she drove to the doctor's office, which took like 30 minutes or so. And then she was at the doctor's office for the exercise. And then she had to fix her hair and everything else. And so by the time it was all done, that 45 minutes had become like 2 hours. So anyway, not knowing that, he hadn't gone over that part yet, I said, I thought it'd probably be the.
So inconvenience is a problem. Like, here's the thing. If you need to lose a lot of weight, you're going to have to make your life about it. If you have a propensity, to be big, binge eat, especially, which she's absolutely 100% a binge eater. She doesn't admit it. But if you have a propensity to overeat or binge eat, you need to kind of make your life about like changing your life, right? That's the one thing I think that she did and then failed at, because she set up all these things, but she made her life about showing her weight loss journey, not the weight loss journey. And I've warned about that multiple times. She still shouldn't even be making videos now, but because the internet's bad for her. It's just absolutely bad for her.
The 2 20-minute bouts of exercise, but it's just 20 minutes. And so people are probably more successful with it longer without doing the shame spiral. And then he elaborated even more on each of those things, actually using studies and backing things up with science and all the things. And he really expressed that it's important for those walks to be intentional. So not while walking the dogs and not.
He backed them up with science and all the things, but you left not understanding it.
While doing anything else, like that, those 20-minute walks should be focused on walking for weight loss, and that the heart rate should be between 100 and 140 something. I can't remember what he said. Beats.
Here's where he's wrong. The 20-minute walks should be intentional activity. They should not be considered intentional for weight loss, because everything you do in your life is basically geared towards trying to be healthy. If you have 20-minute walks and they are intended for weight loss, what are you going to do when you lose the weight? What are you like? Most people fail their weight loss. They like, that's when they say 95% of diets fail. It's just such a lie, because people lose the weight and then regain it, because they fail to realize that needs to be like the way they lost the weight. They either need to adjust that, or they need to stay with that, or adjust it to some other facsimile of that in order to keep the weight off. So the doctor saying to her that they need to be intentionally about weight loss. One of the things we do in our coaching is we try to help people as they're starting to lose weight. One of the biggest things we've seen, especially people that need to lose an exorbitant amount of weight, like Fatty over here, is that once they get to a certain spot, they hit a sticking point, because they all of a sudden have this identity crisis. She had one. She got to almost 100 pounds down. I still don't think she got over 100 pounds down. I think she was just lying. But she got to almost 100 pounds down and then hit a sticking point and regained because she doesn't know who the hell she is without it, right? It is very important that this just becomes the lifestyle you lead, and how you end up is you. You need to like who you are going to be. And if you identify too much as the person that's losing weight, then who are you once you've lost the weight, right? Especially when you make a huge production about losing the weight online. When you make a huge production about losing the weight online, and then you've lost all the weight, who are you? You know, it's one of the reasons why I say she should not share her weight loss journey online.
Per minute to have it written down though. And so he was talking about how that is very important, specifically doing that. And so then we talked a little bit more. And so doing that, just walking. So he said walking is the answer. So not running, not swimming, and not strength training. He's like,
not swimming. I would agree with the not running, but not swimming, not strength training, walking. Now, don't get me wrong. You should have daily consistent activity that can be walking, cleaning, doing all sorts of stuff. But you should just be in the habit of movement in a day, because we are human beings. And the way we evolved, if you didn't move in a day, you didn't eat in a day. So if you're going to eat that day, you should move that day, because that's what our bodies are hardwired to do. When you don't move around and you eat, then your body is not going to take it well. But to not swim, swimming is what this woman, who also already has had knee surgery and stuff like that, that's what she should be doing. I mean, it's just what she absolutely should be doing. I understand the doctor has his own methodology, and people can be like, well, you're not a doctor. Yeah, but I bet you I've helped more people lose weight than him. Just saying. And to say to not swim, that it's about the walking, is kind of just crazy to me. Find the activity that you like to do that doesn't seem like a chore, that seems like you can just do it forever, because you're not focused on it being for weight loss, because you're not focused on being healthy. You want the activity that you like to do to be the thing you do for 30 minutes to an hour a day. That's what we coach at our coaching, which again, here is the link. In April, if you would see this, you could just send me a message. You can unblock me from any of the social media you're on and send me a message saying you're ready. You can send me the NDA, non-disclosure agreement, and let's do this. You don't need to buy the coaching. You get it for free for 3 months.
For weight loss, the type of exercise you should do is the walking 2 times a day for 20 minutes with your heart rate in that range, and focused on just walking. Say that is on top of other activities. So if you also strength train, well, you should do your 2 20-minute walking, or I should do my 2 20-minute walking sessions if I'm going to swim, or if I'm going to do anything else. But I should do those 2 20-minute walks every day, no matter what.
Okay, I agree with that.
Forever. And he referenced a quote, I think from Oprah, where
Oprah, really?
She was talking about her weight loss and how she had made her weight loss part of her everyday routine that she did every single day, no matter what. And she's like, it's kind of like brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth some days and don't brush your teeth other days. You just brush your teeth, and it's part of your routine. So he talked about lifestyle, and he talked about exercise. And the whole time we were in our meeting, I was like, okay, he's probably going to weigh me now. He's probably going to weigh me now. But then he wrote on his dry erase board 3 things that he wants me to do every day forever. So the 3 things he has asked me to do are to weigh every single day, no matter what.
That is stupid as fuck. So she already just talked about that she is prone to going into shame spirals when anything negative possibly comes up. You are a female who has trouble with food, okay? There is going to be days where you step on a scale from one day to another day, depending on your hormones and how much food mass you have in you and hydration levels and everything like that, where you are going to gain a pound or 2, especially because you're huge. Right? Like she like around her cycle, this woman could retain something like, fucking 5 to 10 pounds of hydration weight. It's moronic. It is just absolutely moronic, and I feel like, so she is afraid to miss a workout. Like the 10-minute increments, because if she misses one, then she will go into a shame spiral. But the doctor wants her to weigh herself every day, something she has been terrified to do. This doctor is an idiot.
And he suggested the morning without clothes, as close to the time that I wake up as possible. That was what he suggested.
For women, morning without clothes after your bathroom trip, once every 2 weeks at maximum. Try to get it at the midway point between your menstruation and your ovulation, and then your ovulation and menstruation. So the 2 weeks that go in between there. That is when you want to weigh yourself. There's nothing that is going to happen dramatically in one day that is going to cause you to gain 5 fucking pounds. Nothing like that. You know if your habits are good or bad. Weighing yourself every day and seeing a weight gain on the scale for a person that is a binge eater that also has shame spirals is very fucking bad. Very bad. This guy's an idiot.
And the why behind that was interesting to me. I never thought about it in this way. He said that no doctor ever would tell someone who was struggling with their blood pressure, or if they had diabetes, struggling with their blood sugar, to not test their blood pressure, to not take that reading, to not test their blood sugar, or take that reading. They would not suggest that. They would have them do it every day. And he's like, when you struggle with your weight, it's no different. You need to weigh, and you need to weigh every day.
No, you don't need to weigh every day. And saying your weight is like your blood sugar is ridiculous. I mean, it's just stupidity. Your blood sugar goes too high one day. You can go into, you can actually go like too high or too low. You can actually fucking have like seizures or go into a fucking coma and shit like that. Okay. Your weight goes up a pound one day. You just get pissed off and binge. It's idiotic. It is foolishness.
That's the best way to maintain your weight, in his opinion, and as the studies that he sourced have shared. Right.
Foolishness. Absolute 100% foolishness.
You're wrong. That is what I'm doing and committed to. So weighing every single day. The second thing he asked me to do.
She's going to weigh in every single day. She's been terrified of a scale for months, and she's going to weigh in every single day. Horrible, horrible. She's setting her. This is the setup for an Amber Lynn Reed thing, where she starts something new and then she goes away from it. That's all this is a setup for, because she's not going to be able to keep this up on a daily basis. She doesn't have that type of consistency. That's idiocy.
Was to walk. And right now he said to just walk 10 minutes for exercise every day, and then to build to that 20 minutes 2 times a day. And that's when I asked him, like, okay, does this replace everything that I've done and am doing? Like, do I just do that? And he's like, do a little bit of both. He's like, do your walks and then also do that. Now walk 10 minutes, intentional, getting my heart rate up, but not up too high, for 10 minutes without stopping. And the third thing he has asked me to do is to write down or put in an app to track my food every single day. And I have weighed 26 pounds more today than I did when I made the decision to pack up my scale in North Carolina. And
so that was a lot to unpack. First of all, she's horrible at recording her food. She said she's horrible at recording her food. It causes her anxiety. So weighing causes her anxiety. Recording her food causes her anxiety. And this doctor is telling her to do both. She's going to binge. She's going to binge eat on this. I mean, I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. I haven't been wrong yet, but for April, but she's going to binge. I mean, you're telling her to do 2 things that she absolutely gets stressed out about doing, and she goes into shame spirals and then eats more. Also, the 26 pounds more than when she packed up the scale, she had already gained weight when she packed up the scale. So she's probably 280, 285. And that's a shame, because that means in 4.5 years of this venture, or 3.5 years of this venture, or was it just started in 2020? So 3 years, 3 months of this venture, she's lost 75 pounds, 25 pounds a year. So she's basically regained a year's worth of weight loss in a couple months. Because April, it's the food. It's just sad.
And it sucks. Not giving myself over to it is so important, to just continue forward and to stop those shame spirals and all of the little things that we tend to do. And I think another challenge.
So now she's literally back to talking about shame spirals and everything like that. I mean, so you don't think that you weighing one, like, she's going to eventually binge. And so here's what's going to happen. She's going to either binge or overeat, and then she's going to avoid weighing herself one day. And then she's going to have a shame spiral from both binging or overeating and then not weighing herself the next day. And then that's going to cause her to be depressed, and then she's not going to walk. So therefore, now she has let herself down, and she's going to shame spiral and binge and binge and binge. which is what's likely happened. This guy does not understand. The doctor, I'm sorry, I don't think you understand binge eating. I don't. I think that Crystal and I have I think we are some of the best at what we do, helping people lose weight, keep it off, and control their binge eating disorder. And I truly believe that most people don't have the same perspective that we do. As a person that has very serious binge eating disorder, and I mean very serious, like I can binge like 7,000 calories in a sitting, and somebody that has helped that person, which Crystal has helped me go 2 years, 7 months, and 15 days as of today, no binges. You know, so I just think that we have a unique perspective to helping control binge eating and overeating and stuff like that. Again, here is the coaching link in case anybody wants it. We can absolutely help you get through the holiday season. Let's see. Here we go.
Challenging part of it for me is that when I start those spirals, it puts me in such a negative space, and I don't want to be in that space. So instead, it's like I just choose. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna go snorkeling, and we're gonna scuba dive, and we're gonna have all these little adventures, and I'm gonna just focus on the fun things, and I'm gonna block out the bad. Meanwhile, time is moving on. I'm getting 26 pounds, almost like right at, and I'm not very happy about that yet. That is life, and
no, that is not life. That is your actions. It's not life. It's not something that happened to you. It's something you did to you. You need to accept that. Please grow up. Please grow up.
Now I know. Part of me was thinking that it was going to be a lot less than that, and the other part of me was fearful that it was going to be more than that. And the reality is I'm grateful to just not have given up, to be at a point where moving was hard. I went from burning a lot of calories with my half marathon training to eating out for several meals a day and walking a lot, to once we moved into our new home, instead of like getting right back to it and making our meals.
Gee, who predicted that was going to happen? That you were working out really, really hard. And like, here's the thing. She was basically averaging somewhere around a 350 calorie deficit a day while working out really, really hard, training for a marathon, thinking about how she could add carbohydrates back in. So frankly, she was like, once you cut out the marathon training, the half marathon training, she's in a 700 calorie surplus. Just like I said, I absolutely said the second she can't do this activity or stops doing this activity, she is going to start gaining weight rapidly. And then she is going to also go back to the eating habits. I absolutely, like, it is, I am frustrated for her while not liking her all that much, but I am frustrated for her because she won't listen to the warnings I've given. It's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
And being more conscientious and like making healthy choices, I just wasn't ready, and so I didn't. I avoided the scale. I avoided making those healthier choices, and it is time to stop avoiding and allowing that weight to hop back on. And I'm grateful for the growth that I've had that has pumped the brakes.
You didn't. It's not. Hang on a second.
I avoided the scale. I avoided making those healthier choices, and it is time to stop avoiding and allowing that weight to hop back on. And
you're not, the weight is not some evil entity. You are not allowing the weight to do something. You are causing the weight to come back on. You are causing it through inactivity and overconsumption. You are not it's not an allowing thing. It is you causing it. The problem is like your mind frame, the mindset is just wrong. There is not a way you are going to lose weight and keep it off without taking full acceptance and responsibility for what you do. There is just no way about it, because what you do is what determines how much you gain or lose. It is just, there is not a way around it. There's no two ways around it. You need personal responsibility. And when you make it seem, that's why I get so upset when people are like, I live in a larger body. No, you fattened yourself. You are in control of how that body is. You don't live in a larger body. You made your body larger, right? And I know people are like, oh, it's semantics. No, it's how you represent it in your brain. In her brain, the weight is some evil entity that she has to fight off and stave. Like it's trying to capture her. Like it's the enemy. It's a terrorist or something like that. You're the one doing it. You did this. You did this. No, nobody else. Nobody else did this. You did this. You're not allowing the weight to come on. You are causing the weight to come back on. You have to accept that. You absolutely have to start seeing that, or you're never, ever, ever going to lose weight and keep it off. Because then, like, it becomes this demon that you can't fight against, sometimes. When in fact, it is always your decisions. It is always how you do stuff. It is always in your control. You just need to be consistent with it and take acceptance for it.
And I'm grateful for the growth that I've had that has pumped the brakes, because in the past, like when I did keep.
This is where it gets very bad. This is bad. I'm grateful for the progress I've had. You shouldn't be. You should be rather disappointed. And I'm sorry, people are gonna be like, oh, was she shame spirals? If you look at every little possible thing, if she's looking at this is not her fault. This is the fat's fault. The fat is trying to come back on, right? So she's already kind of disassociated or uncoupled her responsibility with the fat. Okay, the fat is something she's fighting off. It's the enemy, right? So she's already uncoupled this. She's already disassociated herself from it, right? And now she is just going to see herself as positive as she can. Like, she's not going to see that she's causing weight. I'm happy for the growth that I've had to help slow this down. That's fucking insane. You've gained 26 pounds since you stopped weighing, which you would likely already gained weight. I mean, it's very bad. It's very bad. You should not be proud of anything that puts you up. Don't get me wrong. If she stopped the weight gain, great. You stopped the weight gain, but it's time to get to work. Her mind frame is off about this. She needs to start accepting responsibility for what she's doing to herself and her family and her audience. That's my biggest beef. So we're going to hear that one more time.
Allowing that weight to hop back on. And I'm grateful for the growth that I've had that has pumped the brakes, because in the past, when I did keto, I didn't just gain back a quarter of the weight I lost.
So also, I'm just going to point this out. You're grateful for the growth you've had. You should, like, what? Why? I don't even get this. Like, why disassociate this? In the past, she said in the past,
I gained it all back, plus a quarter, more than that. And then when I did the protein sparing modified diet and I gained the weight back, I didn't just gain it. Every diet that I have done has always ended in me gaining more weight than I lost. The doctor that I saw for the lean program, he one of the last things he said, he's like, we'll talk about this more next time. He's like, the fastest way to gain weight is to go on a diet. And I think that is a pretty profound statement. Is it true for everyone? I don't know. And
the fastest way to gain weight is to eat too fucking much for your activity. Going on a diet that is a temporary fix is just fucking foolishness. You need to change your lifestyle skills. I agree with the doctor. You shouldn't go on a diet. You should change your lifestyle. But are you going to weigh every day for the rest of your life? Are you going to record your food every day for the rest of your life? Because if not, those are fucking diets. God, just stupid. Like, people don't get it. People do not get it. They don't get it.
And I also am not, when I talk about not doing a fad diet, that definitely has a negative connotation, which I don't necessarily mean to come at any diet with a negative.
And as for her saying every time she's gone on a diet and regained the weight, she's literally talking about the previous weight loss attempts to be famous online that she denies that I've proven or exist. Like, we know, like, her keto adventure ended her at 350 pounds.
Connotation, like, you all should eat what fits your life and lifestyle, what your needs, and do so without judgment. Like,
listen to this.
It's a pretty profound statement. Is it true for everyone? I don't know. And I also am not, when I talk about not doing a fad diet, that definitely has a negative connotation, which I don't necessarily mean to come at any diet with a negative connotation. Like, you all should eat what fits your life and lifestyle, what your needs.
Stop giving advice to your audience about what they should fucking eat. For real. If nothing gets me making videos about you faster than you giving advice to your audience. You are very clearly not somebody that should be giving advice to their fucking audience. You absolutely should not be. You can, if you want to keep sharing your weight loss journey, this is actually not really that much of a weight loss journey. If you want to keep sharing this, whatever, it is bad for you. But when you start sharing your epiphanies and thoughts about what your audience should be doing, then that pisses me off.
And do so without judgment. Like, it's your life, your body, your process, your journey, just as this is mine. And there isn't a wrong way if you're successful and you can sustain it. So those who have used diet programs or who have used...
How would you know? How would you know? You haven't lost weight and sustained it. Why are you preaching to your audience? Like, how does every video and like towards the end get with her, kind of advising her audience of how they should think and what they should do when she's clearly a fucking dumpster fire? Like, that's frustrating. It's just very frustrating. Like, how the fuck how is that even realistic? Like, how the fuck do you even get there?
Used like weight loss surgery or have used medication, like whatever tool that has helped you get to where you're healthy and happy, that's great. And I am very grateful that I have made the growth that I have and that I am able to recognize.
What growth? What growth? I seriously, I think you're setting yourself up to feel better about yourself when maybe you shouldn't feel too good about yourself. And I'm sorry, like, I mean, that is something that differs from me. Like, when I was fat, I did not feel good about myself. So I changed that shit. She feels good about this. She celebrates all the victories, celebrates every little victory she can possibly construe in her fucking brain. She celebrates all the victories. And therefore, it doesn't seem like it's that pressing because, well, I had this victory. Well, I had that victory. No, this is not victorious. You are a 38-year-old woman that weighs 280 pounds. This is not a victory. You need to change shit. What you need to change is your entire lifestyle. And that would include, in my professional opinion, getting off YouTube. I've suggested this so many times. I suggested you not share your weight loss journey when we first fucking had an interaction.
I have a long way still to go, and both mentally and with losing this weight. So I do hope I lose more faster.
She says, I do. What was that?
Hope I lose more faster.
She hopes she loses more faster. Well, hope ain't gonna do shit for you. Hope's not around. You need to take personal responsibility for the food you eat and the activity you do. You need to understand that just proclaiming, well, I get into a shame spiral, that's not the fucking excuse. That's the fucking reason. Okay? Like, you need to stop that shit. You need to make it so you don't put yourself into a shame spiral. So you actually stay consistent so you don't do shit. I understand the shame. Shit, I'm a binge eater. I fucking binge psycho eat. No, if I binge one time, I normally binge for a fucking week because the shame of binging then causes me to fucking eat more. You know what that problem is? That's me, motherfucker. That's me hurting myself. 2 years, 7 months, 15 days is my last one, and I won't fucking go back. I'll do everything I fucking can to make sure. You literally, like, your hope is not going to get you to lose weight faster. You need to be eating between 1,400 and 1,700 calories any given fucking day, mostly protein with vegetables. Stay away from all processed carbs. You should not eat sugar. You should not eat any processed carbohydrates whatsoever at all. You should exclude them from your life because I guarantee that they're a huge reason why you are in fact fat as fuck. You should, if you are going to eat starchy vegetables like potato or stuff like that, that should be towards the end of the day at your evening meal, if not later. If you taste anything that tastes sweet, should happen after your evening meal as your daily treat. You should not ever eat any processed carbohydrates or processed sugar ever again. You know why? Look at you. I know that this may like, oh, that sounds so restrictive. Some people have to live that way. Some people need to accept that they need to live that way. If you are addicted to sugar, if you're addicted to processed carbohydrates, if you do not take them in well, you might need to understand that you need to not eat them, that you need to not actually ingest them. It's one of the reasons why we actually developed Alkemi, because that way people can help themselves get rid of their sugar cravings and stuff like that. Like that is one of the reasons why we got rid of it. It's just insane. It's just insane. How does she end this up?
I am ready to just not be carrying around all of this excess meat. I don't even mean so that I look better, just so that.
Well, there's going to be so much extra skin. Just start accepting that too. Because I do know that she started towards the end when she got to about 100. That's the thing. People get to about halfway on their weight loss journey, and then they realize they're not going to have the dream body that they thought they were going to have. You know, and then it causes them to regain and shit like that. And that happened to her too.
I am not held back. I'm not holding myself back with mass. And I look forward to seeing where the coming week.
Okay. She looks forward to blah, 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 all that bullshit. You're not holding yourself back with mass. You're massive because of what you're doing. You are not holding yourself back with mass. You are massive because of what you're doing. Now, we're going to do about 15 minutes of Q&A, and then I'm going to get the fuck on up out of here. I'm going to go pump some fucking workout. I'm going to do some suspension system training. I'm going to do some dumbbells, and then I'm going to then I'm going to go live on Instagram, and then I'm going to go live again with the boys, I think, if they get back to me. If not, I'm going to go live at 1 o'clock and just fucking talk about crazy shit. So I'll be back at 1. But let's go back up here. I'm going to go back up to right. If I missed your question, if you had a question, please let me know, and we will go by it. You can re-put it in. Has she learned anything after 3 years? Nope, she has not, Leslie. She has not. She will struggle more when she hits menopause. She's very likely putting herself in premenopause right now with hormones being all fucked up for how fat she is. Her husband cheats on her because she's fat. I don't know that. Unless people know that, I don't really like saying that because I don't hate this woman. I just she annoys the fuck out of me, but I don't hate her. Again, it's April story. It's the April story. Reset, rewind. It's the food. Yeah, exactly. Candid by Denise. How are you? Tracking and weighing every day would give me anxiety. Go back to cooking your food. It's tracking your food. When people come to us and they are tracking their food, and don't get me wrong, there are some people, especially when they're first starting their weight loss journey, we do have them track their own food when they come to us for coaching. Because on our app, by the way, you can track your food if you want to. We can set you up even with suggested recipes and all that shit. So, I mean, our app does all that stuff. But we ask the person, when you are going to track your food, we tell the person to very much try to guess at the number of calories and the nutritional content of the food as they put it in there. Because then you're teaching yourself these things, and therefore eventually you have enough knowledge to become the meal tracker kind of in your head, and you know what's in the food. If you don't know what's in the food and you're just eating, you're flying blind. So that's why we have people do that. Let's see. And that was Candace by Denise. Eating 2 helpings of fast food and processed snacks is genetics, right? Right. She needs therapy. She needs therapy better than BetterHelp. That's for sure. BetterHelp has like her and Beatrice and fucking basically crazy people advertising for them, like that seem to get crazier. I'm gonna sneeze because of the lights. Sorry. Menopause women have to eat less because the metabolism gets impacted by the hormonal changes, even if you exercise and eat right. That is very, very true, Jennifer, but it's also one of the reasons why women should strength train, just to point this out. And that's why her doctor telling her that walking is the key. Walking is the key for when you're first starting out, when you're fat as fuck, because it's safe, it's effective, it's consistent, everything like that. We normally start people when we coach them, we normally start them with 30 minutes a day of consistent daily activity that you like to do. And that way, once you get used to the daily habits, we can always increase the intensity, do whatever. But as you age, especially as you get older, you should fight to keep as much muscle mass, if not gain some muscle mass on you, because muscle has a higher metabolic rate than fat. So you want to keep it on you. And sarcopenia, it leads to very serious health issues. The sarcopenia is the loss of muscle mass. So women, especially before you get to menopause, you should be lifting as much as you can to develop good muscle mass, do lots of squats, lots of deadlifts, lots of leg press. You are not going to get too bulky. That's a stupid fucking thing, but very good point. She's aware that she has to change her lifestyle. She just doesn't know how. It starts with self-accountability. It absolutely does. Tore my quad while training for a half marathon. So glad I didn't swallow my misery in food. Instead, I've been doing physical therapy, continuing to monitor my food and focusing on my upper body strength. Nia, I'm very sorry to hear about your quad, but I'm super proud of you for taking that route instead of going towards food. You're fucking awesome. Our best wishes. Everybody congratulate Nia on this decision, because that is a mistake that many people make. They get injured and then they end up gaining a lot of weight because they don't make adjustments. This is outstanding. This is a healthy lifestyle. I feel bad for her mental well-being. I pray she commits one day. So do I. I do. How can people put up with this for years? She's a lost cause. She's got to do something. She's got to do like something radical got to change. She needs to get offline. That's for sure. There's a difference between saying I did this to myself and this is my life, and I think it's about understanding which one makes a difference. I completely agree, extroverted ED. Completely agree. She's not listening because in my baby voice, you're so mean. Yep. You're not mean. You want people to get well. That's it exactly. That is it exactly. If I want a cookie, I literally have to work for it. I literally have to bake from scratch. That's outstanding. That's a great habit to get into. If you want sweets, make sure you like, if you want sweets, bread. We had people who would come to us and be like, well, I love bread. Like, do you bake it? And they started baking their own bread. They ended up eating a lot less bread because they wouldn't be baking enough quantity for it. But that's awesome. That is awesome, Denise. That's awesome. Why doesn't she get a step tracker, double her steps from now on, cut back on processed sugar, which I bet she eats dump trucks where she should just eliminate processed sugar, eliminate processed carbohydrates. You do not need processed food. You do not need processed carbohydrates. You absolutely don't. Yep, I'm menopause, and now I eat very well. That I cannot eat meat to maintain. Ooh, that's tough. Her enemy is literally her moneymaker. So the dichotomy between her lack of discipline and exploitation doesn't line up. I agree completely. She will follow any method that will allow her to focus on less. But she says yet has she said yet she actually overeats? I mean, she hasn't actually said it, I don't think. But I agree with you. This is very Amberlyn Reed of her. It's very Amberlyn Reed of her. Let me scroll down here a little bit and get to the rest of these questions. If you have questions, ask about anything. She speaks like any other sort of addict. I completely agree with this. The denial, redirection, lack of accountability, talking in circles, etc., are always the same, whether it's drugs, alcohol, gambling, or food. I completely agree with that. Very, 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 very well put right here. Very well put. What you eat is your diet. You need to change your lifestyle. I need to record my food every day due to my mental health. That's understandable for some people. I can't remember food values and tend to undereat. That keeps me healthy. That's, complete exception to the rule. But very good for you for recognizing it. I can't stand this therapy. Me too. I can't. It's so hard. I'm a couple minutes behind the live, but I'm from Hawaii, and as soon as I heard she went to Tripler, I knew she was doomed. The place is nicknamed Crippler in Hawaii. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. April and Amberlyn Reed and Food of Beauty are constantly celebrating themselves, and look at them. Well, here's the thing. I think April's a lot more dangerous to her audience than Amberlyn Reed and Food of Beauty, because Amberlyn Reed and Food of Beauty, people know that they're just fucking idiots. They don't have people that follow their advice. If you go to Aprilyn's comments, it's a bunch of people that are just like, oh yes, awesome, thank you, you're so bright. Blah, blah, blah. It's so fucking weird and fucking stupid. They gaslight her and fucking think she's better than what she is, and then she fucking does this shit. It's great. Getting diet advice from April is like getting running advice from a turtle. That's funny. Meg, I do not. I try not to celebrate my wins with food. Once I get another milestone goal, I'm buying myself some rose gold headphones. That's awesome, Meg. And I saw that you were still losing weight on Nomorbidity up there. Thank you very much, and that is outstanding. That's fucking awesome. I haven't binged in over a year. Cooking a lot helps. Denise, that is amazing. Great fucking job. Everybody congratulate her. No binges for a year. That's huge, 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 huge. Huge. So is sugar is sugar the root of all obesity? No, it's not the root of all obesity, but you just don't need processed sugar. If you're going to ingest sugar, you should ingest it from fruits that have fiber with it. Processed sugar it is an unnatural state of food. It's a food product, basically. It spikes your insulin levels, causes a massive dopamine rush. It's an addictive substance. So it's not the root of all, but because you can overconsume anything, but it definitely doesn't help. You just don't need it. Cut out what you don't need, because when you've been morbidly obese, when you've been a 350-pound woman, you need to cut out and just get used to not eating the things that you don't need, because you don't need them. By the way, here's the month-to-month coaching, the 3-month coaching, the 6-month coaching. We are taking clients. Please do check that out. It is gluttony season. We can help you avoid gaining weight. Let's see. Sugar addiction doesn't help. I completely agree. That's what I do. I have a treat at the end of the day, but once it's gone, I probably won't get the same treat in a while. That's outstanding. Your body is more than capable of producing glucose for all its metabolic needs. Absolutely it is. You do not even really need carbohydrates, to tell you the truth. Exogenous carbohydrates are not needed and should be seen as treats. I completely agree. Absolutely, 100%. I've said it before. Outstanding. So, like, I stopped trusting doctors when they started handing out experiments to people. Started handing out experiments to people like candy and started chopping off kids' genitals for cash. Yeah, that was a big part of it for me too. Hey, Alan, just got a bottle of Alkemi. Can you explain one more time how to take it? I took my first dose, 2 capsules with my large meal at the end of the day, and planned on continuing that. Yes, but also take 2 midday, 2 with your largest meal, and you'll notice the absolute difference, dude. Let me know how you like it. Hey, Alan, this is the second time I'm catching you live. The first time was a month ago when I started working out. Back then, I was ashamed. I couldn't do a single pull-up, but now I can do 3 in a row. Everybody congratulate Jackson. That's out-fucking-standing. Alan, High Intensity Health says you should have your feeding window earlier in the day. I can't remember why, but does it even matter when your feeding window is? I haven't read the studies, and I really like High Intensity Health. I like what he does. But, you know, if it's a matter of it's like how your body metabolizes stuff, I understand that there might be optimization. I haven't read the studies, so I don't know. But for most people, the earlier you eat, the sooner you start your glycemic response to food, the hungrier you get. If you have issues with food, putting off food until later on in the day is an absolute benefit. So I'm not disagreeing with him, but I'm not agreeing either, because it's for people with problems with food, it might be completely different. I want to strength train so badly I physically can't. Surgery's coming. This makes me jealous. Julie, just be patient. Be patient. Let's see. We got a banner about sarcopenia in the gym that that information is such a fright. I am probably early menopause after sterilization, 27 years, and I used it as a motivation to go harder. That's good for you. Good. Go hard. Just got blood work back, and my metabolic panel was all normal, and my lipid panel was trash, high LDL and low LDL. I did do this to myself, which means I can undo it. Hell yeah, Joy, you can undo it. Hell yeah, you can. Salvar, what's up, man? When you avoid the hard road in life, this is filled with hard work. You set yourself up to make your life harder. Very fucking true. Very fucking true. The difference between drug addiction or alcoholism is that those have consequences through law. Being fat doesn't. True. My annual physical is next week. I'm so curious where my levels are going to be after a couple months of this hard work. Meg, let us know. Let me know. Send me a message too. Let me know. Okay. And let's see here. You're worried you're over drinking water. I find it highly unlikely that you are. You might be under electrolyting yourself, but you're not over drinking water. I find it hardly hard to believe. My Nomo is coming in on Sunday. I have a hard time feeling full on my couch couch's prep plan, your coach's prep plan probably. What is the best time to take Nomo to curb my hunger between meals? I would say, either take it first thing in the morning or in the evening to help with your sleep. Oh, meats, not meals. I get you. I got you. Thanks, Alan, coming from you. That makes me smile. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I have bladder issues. Well, if you have bladder issues, I mean, I drink about 100 ounces a day. That's normal. I mean, depending on how much you weigh, if you weigh 100 pounds, that's an ounce per pound of body mass. That's good. For Nomorbidity, should you take 3 pills at the same time, or yes, 3 pills at the same time? Yes, 3 pills at the same time. I have a friend who is in the Army, who is Army. One of my best friends. He and I run a training course on a base. Good. That's awesome. And my problem is eating. It's drinking alcohol. Since I've been watching you, I have cut back tremendously and lost around 15 pounds. I'm 5'7", and of athletic muscular build, and I weigh 165. Outstanding. Stay away from the alcohol. If it's your problem, stay away from it. And all right, we are done. Guys. I am going to go work out, and then I'll be back at 1 o'clock. I hope all of you take advantage of, boom, here is our coaching month to month, 3-month coaching and 6-month coaching. 6-month coaching works out to like $70 a month, or less than $70 a month, and it will get you through the holiday season, the gluttony season, and also just for everybody, here is where you can get Alkemi, Nomorbidity, and the Holy Trinity bundle, which is Alkemi, Nomorbidity, and Ember. Grab that, and I hope all of you have a great day. Talk to you in a little bit. God damn.